How many years have you been Captain Chesapeake?
Well, we started Captain Chesapeake the second day that Channel 45 was on the air. The only reason it was the second day is because it was a Sunday when we went on the air, which was April 7th of '71. The management at Channel 45 had the idea they wanted to do some kind of a young people's program and call it Captain Chesapeake. Now, I had been doing a very similar show in another market, so it was a matter of bringing my sea monster to the Chesapeake Bay, Monty the sea monster, and making him feel at home here. And we practically did pretty much the same show, only from the Chesapeake Bay. Of course, everybody here is so water-oriented, and it's a shame not to be with, what, 10,000 miles of coastline in Maryland. So it was just a natural to do a water-oriented program.
Why has TV 45 excelled for so many years as the premier broadcaster to children?
Well, obviously, some of it is management decisions that, in the selection of the programs that are on. I think another thing, too, I think it's because we don't talk down to kids. There's a difference between trying to fool them and pretending with them. Watch children play. They imagine, they pretend, they can pretend this is a skyscraper, they can pretend this is the Queen Mary, they can do anything they want to do. And we pretend with them. And there's a fine line between pretending with them and trying to fool them. You know, I compare it to the adult who watches a John Wayne movie. He knows intellectually that John Wayne isn't being shot at with real bullets. Intellectually, he knows this, but he doesn't want to be reminded of it in the middle of watching the movie. He's into the fantasy. The fantasy is becoming reality to him. And children are the same way. Intellectually, they know what's going on, but we're pretending and we're having a good time.
What responsibility does Channel 45 have to children?
I think we do have great responsibilities. Now, I don't mean that we take over the responsibilities that belong to parents. Parents have great responsibilities for their children, of course. One of the criticisms leveled at television is that television is something that's done to you instead of something that you take part in. And we've tried to change that. We've tried to make television in the Captain Chesapeake Show something that kids participate in. One of the reasons why they've never seen Bruce the Bird is so they can use their imagination. Remember radio when you used your imagination? It was wonderful. Well, with Bruce the Bird, they've never seen him. And yet we've had contests where the crew members drew pictures of Bruce the Bird. Each crew member has an idea of what Bruce the Bird might look like. They've used their imagination. And I think this is important. So they participate in the program intellectually and in a fun way, and they send in the riddles, and it's their program. It doesn't belong to the station anymore. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the crew members, and that's important.
Mm-hmm. Why can you trust Captain Chesapeake?
I think the management of the station takes a responsibility, and I do too, about what goes on there in the selection of the programs, even in selection of commercials that go on the program. There are certain commercials that they just won't accept. There are certain movie commercials that you can't run on Channel 45 in certain hours. And this is not something that we're doing to gain a halo. It's something we should do. It's our responsibility.
Once at sea, he was really a sight. He swam and swam till he thought he'd die, when a wondrous sight appeared to his eye, a derelict boat that saved his life and put an end to his watery strife.
Ahoy, crew members! Welcome aboard! This is Captain Chesapeake, and right now, let's start the fun!